In a lush, vibrant forest, a young squirrel named Squeaky was known for his endless energy and his obsession with gathering. His sole mission was to fill his tree hollow with the biggest stockpile of nuts and shiny objects the forest had ever seen. Perched high in the ancient oak of eternity was Orion, a great horned owl who had seen countless seasons pass. He watched Squeaky's frantic efforts with kind, knowing eyes. As autumn began to paint the leaves, Orion called out to Squeaky, "Little gatherer, winter is not just a test of storage, but a test of spirit." Squeaky just nodded and raced past, a large acorn in his mouth. By the first frost, Squeaky's hollow was overflowing. He sat atop his treasure, feeling proud. But as the days grew cold and dark, he felt a strange loneliness. His nuts were plentiful, but his heart felt light. Seeing Squeaky's solitude, Orion invited him to a moonlit gathering at the great oak. Reluctantly, Squeaky agreed, bringing a nut with him just in case. That night, instead of lecturing, Orion told a story. He spoke of the first snowflake of winter, how it wasn't feared, but celebrated by the ancient animals for its unique beauty. It was a story Squeaky had never heard. A small nightingale, moved by the story, began to sing a melody her grandmother had taught her. The music filled the cold air, making it feel warmer. Squeaky found himself tapping his foot, forgetting his nut for a moment. Orion took Squeaky to a frozen stream. "Look beneath," he said. Squeaky saw the water, still flowing under the ice. "Wealth is like this," Orion explained. "True value is not the surface you hoard, but the current of life you let flow." The next day, Squeaky saw a badger trying to dig for roots in the frozen ground. He remembered his huge stash. An internal battle erupted: protect his hoard or help a friend. Squeaky timidly offered the badger a few nuts. The badger's grateful smile made Squeaky's chest feel warmer than any pile of treasure ever had. Inspired, Squeaky had an idea. He proposed a forest potluck. Everyone was skeptical, especially Squeaky himself, but they agreed. Everyone brought what they had. The rabbits shared dried herbs, the birds brought berries they'd saved, and the bears offered honey. Squeaky contributed his nuts. The feast wasn't huge, but the laughter was. As they ate, they shared stories. The time it rained frogs, the Great Migration, the legend of the talking fox. Squeaky realized he was richer in stories in one night than he'd been in nuts his whole life. A fierce blizzard hit that night, worse than any in years. Squeaky's tree hollow, once his proud fortress, felt isolated and cold. He heard the wind howl and felt a pang of fear, not for his food, but for his new friends. He remembered a large, sheltered cave near the stream. Braving the wind, he scurried from burrow to nest, guiding everyone to the safe haven. They huddled together for warmth. In that cave, with the storm raging outside, no one talked about their hoards. They told more stories, shared body heat, and comforted the young. Squeaky understood. This was security. This was wealth.